So what I'm gonna tell you right now might sound a little bit weird, and it will seem a bit unbelievable at first. Like, how the fuck is that even possible, right? And it did to me as well in the beginning, right? And it's I became so fucking angry afterwards when I realized the truth, right? When I saw the light. And what I'm talking about is milk. So milk is actually extremely estrogenic. So estrogenic, it means that it acts like estrogen inside your fucking body, right? And estrogen is the opposite to testosterone. And as a man, you do not want to be fucking getting estrogenics into your body, right? You want to have testosterone, right? Because that's how males function overall, right? Um, so I'm not gonna fucking try to convince you why testosterone is something worth pursuing, and why fucking why you shouldn't let estrogenics inside your body. If you do not already know that an increased amount of testosterone is going to be good for you inside your body, then I'm not gonna try to fucking convince you, and I don't really know what to say, right? So, but you know, most of us know that testosterone is something that we strive to obtain, right? So yeah. So the thing is that with milk, there's something called lactose in milk. So you probably heard about it before, like lactose free or some shit. And lactose is actually very estrogenic. It acts like estrogen inside our body. It basically boosts our female sex hormone, which is estrogen. And because a lot of this, the feminization of men overall, we've all thought it's been like fucking psychological, right? That it's just the fucking propaganda and the fucking everything, like the social media apps and all of that stuff, right? But another part of it is hormonal. Like it's on a hormonal level, right? And milk is not the only food that basically fucks up your testosterone levels. There's a whole bunch of more foods, right? The artificial ones. But we're not really gonna get into that later. That's for a future video. But I promise I will touch on that later, right? But with milk specifically, like you can imagine what other species besides humans drink milk after like 6 months of being alive. Like imagine tigers, like imagine carnivores like wolves, tigers, or fucking bears or some shit. Like imagine them drinking a bunch of milk from another animal. Like how weird is that? And you might say that the human body, you might say that the human body is special or some shit. But if I'm being honest, I don't really buy that shit, because the human body has not really changed like for the past like 40,000 years. Of course, on some like surface level shit, like fucking our fucking hair growth or some shit. I don't really know. We're not as hairy as we used to be, right? But the thing is that our biological processes on a hormonal level, and on a biological level, on a fucking like our food digestion system and our instincts and our hardwiring in terms of how our hormones work overall, they've not changed overall. And there's a bunch of fucking evidence, right? I'm not gonna fucking cite the study. You can either trust me or not, right? So the human body has not really changed in the last like 40,000 years. And we were not supposed to drink milk. Like we didn't fucking drink milk for a long as while, right? And it's so weird to me. Like how the fuck, how we just been fed the idea that milk is somehow going to be beneficial for us. They told us that it's a bunch of calcium or some shit in milk, that it strengthens our bones, but I'm not really sure that's true either. It turns out that there's not really a lot of fucking calcium in milk anywhere, right? So milk is just very estrogenic overall, and yeah, that's why they fucking serve it in serve it for free in school as well, right? They want to feminize the men, not specifically the school system, right? But just overall the whole society, and they obviously own all the schools, right? So they put a bunch of milk there, so the boys are feminized, because they've done a bunch of studies as well. I'm not gonna cite them. You're gonna have to fucking trust me, right? And they basically found that after boys had drunken like a glass of milk or some shit, like 30 minutes later, their testosterone had gone down by like 15% or some shit. Like 15% after 30 minutes. Like, and of course, it's not gonna be permanent. It's not gonna fucking permanently affect them for 15% over their entire lifetime. But because it's fluctuating, right? It goes a bit up and down, like testosterone overall. But it's just the thing that it's actually estrogenic, and you don't want to be fucking touching that shit. And lactose is in specifically, and lactose in particular is what the estrogens come from, right? And you might think that lactose-free milk would be fine, right? But the thing is that they don't actually, it's not actually lactose-free and lactose-free milk. Let me explain. So basically what they do is that they, instead of fucking, how do you say it? Like just taking out the lactose from the milk, right? And they actually put a neutralizing substance in it that basically neutralizes everything. So and it's called lactase, and it's basically the opposite to lactose, right? So it basically it neutralizes the lactose from a allergical point of view, right? If you are allergic to lactose, right, to normal milk, then you're not gonna be then you're not gonna be harmed by lactose-free milk, right? But the estrogenic effects are still prevalent in the milk, right? They're still there, even though lactase has come in, right? So what I'm trying to do, and what I recommend you to do as well, is that literally just stop drinking milk. Like, stop drinking milk. That's literally just fucking drink water, right? You got water, so drink water, no fucking milk, and no cereal with milk in. Now fuck that shit. And yogurt is, I would say, so there are yogurt and cheese, right, and butter. So butter, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, right? Butter is absolutely fine. Then there is, so we got yogurt, and yogurt is, I would stay away from most yogurts. Like if you got Greek yogurt, then that can be okay sometimes, but I would make it a stable, like a habit of yours to just grab yogurt every single morning, right? And basically fill yourself up with estrogen. I wouldn't do that. But if you're bulking and if you got like Greek yogurts at home, and you don't really have anything to eat, right, then it's okay to eat them, in my opinion, right? Right. So Greek yogurt is fine, because there's a lot more fat in them and there's a lot less like lactose shit in them, right? And then we got cheese. So cheese is in most cases fine, right? Yeah, I would say cheese is fine, right? But just normal milk, it's so like dude, just fucking avoid it, okay? Fuck milk overall, right? So fuck milk. That's it. So it's just a quick tip to fucking boost your testosterone overall. Stop drinking milk. Stop having your fucking little cereal, a bowl of cereals with the milk. Like fuck that shit, man. Stop eating that shit. Like humans are not supposed to eat that shit. Like dude, what other animal is eating milk? Is drinking milk from another animal after like 6 months of fucking sucking, like dude, fucking what's it called, sucking on the breasts of the female, right? Like dude, it's fucking incredible, right? So man, fuck milk, right? Like dude, stay away from that shit, man. So that's it, bro. I'll see you in the next one, man.